What's up, YouTube? JTwoH back here for another video. Today is going to be my 2013 Year In TNA DVDs, and let's go ahead and get started. I know it's been a while, but just no excuse, just a bunch of shit. So been busy, but I should have this uploaded today, and hopefully by the end of the week I should even do 14 as well, because these ones are easy. There's 4, so. Without any further ado, Genesis 13. Bully Ray there on the cover. Now this was really like the year of Bully Ray, which I enjoyed. I really liked Bully Ray's character in TNA. The character Bully Ray, not just Brother Ray. So we start off with Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez versus Morgan and Ryan. I was never a fan of Chavo and TNA, or ever. So Anderson versus Joe, York versus Kenny King. Christian York was I think he was a gut check person if I remember. Then immediately he wrestles Rob Van Dam for the X Division Championship. Devon versus Joseph Park. Number 1 contenders gauntlet match: Velvet Sky, ODB, Tessmacher, James, and Kim. This is kind of a goofy booking, but I actually really like this match. That's Christopher Daniels versus James Storm. I don't think they've ever had a one-on-one before this, and it was good. I liked that. Just those two pairing off was nice. Sting versus Doc, Luke Gallows, Festus, whatever you want to call him, is what it is. And then a really good triple threat. It was an elimination match too. It was just Hardy, Rude, and Aries. I thought it was the match of the night. I really like the elimination matches. I'll always watch them, even if I don't like the wrestlers for some reason. So Genesis 13 was decent. And then we get to Lockdown 13, which was in El Paso, San Antonio, Texas. So of course I put fucking Chavo Guerrero on my damn DVD, but whatevs. Two disc set, and I think these two are the only matches in the steel, which kind of makes the rest of the card pointless or less relevant, but it is what it is. We got Kenny King versus Christian York versus Zema Ion. Joseph Park versus Joey Ryan. Velvet Sky versus Gail Kim. I like the Joseph Park character, don't get me wrong. He's really good in the one night onlys. Just like, I thought the storyline went long. I didn't think it was necessary. Or to switch it out, maybe have an Abyss in once in a while, but then again, he probably got bored with the Abyss character, so. Robbie E versus Robbie T. Aries and Rude versus Bad Influence versus Guerrero and Hernandez was really good for the tag titles. Briscoe versus Angle. Angle always brings it at Lockdown. Magnus, Joe, Storm, Young, and Sting versus Anderson, Nux, Doc, Garrett Bischoff, and Devon. Lethal Lockdown. Pretty sure I'm mistaken, so I don't remember quite what happens in this one, but is it Bobby Lashley? Yeah, Bobby Lashley's at this pay-per-view too. Maybe? I don't know. I get the lockdowns mixed up. See, maybe he's at the next one. And then Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy. Bully Ray wins the world title, which is great for a singles competitor. I really liked that. Between the two tag guys, they put on a really decent main event championship match for a company. And I really liked the decision for Bully Ray to win. And the Bully Ray character as world champ was I really enjoyed it. Which brings us to, sorry about my foot there. Brings us to Slammiversary 11 or 2013, and Sting and Bully Ray, I really like this cover too, just because it's got the actual world title on it. So this has got to be one of the better Slammiversaries too. I actually really liked it, surprisingly liked it. We got an Ultimate X between Kenny King, Sabin, and Suicide. Sabin as a heel is kind of goofy to see, but Magnus, Joe, and Hardy versus Aces and Eights. Sam Shaw versus Jay Bradley. I really like the Samuel Shaw character. He's not in character yet, but so that's the start of that. Devon versus Joseph Park for the TV title, and then immediately Devon versus Abyss, because Abyss finally comes back. Really good 4-team elimination match here. Guerrero and Hernandez versus Storm and Gunner versus Bad Influence versus Aries and Rude. Last Knockout Standing is really good. Gail Kim and Taryn Terrell. Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles. I could watch them wrestle like at least twice a day for the rest of my life, and I'd be happy. Those two styles are great together, and they're two of my favorites, if not the two favorites ever. And then Sting versus Bully Ray in the main event. It's a good storytelling match. Obviously, it's not the best match, but it was good. It was, especially for what it was. So, Slammiversary 2013. And then finally, we get to Bound for Glory 13, which is the last pay-per-view of the year. They only did 4 for 2013. They did like quarterlies, but they did a terrible job because, you know, the spacing. They want to have Slammiversary and Bound for Glory and Lockdown, but they don't want to move them, so, you know. They had a pre-show gauntlet between Bad Influence, Joseph Park and EY, the Romans, and Chavo and Hernandez. I think the winners face the tag team champions later in the night, which the Bromans win, and then beat Storm and Gunner for the titles. ODB versus Gail Kim versus Brooke. I already told you about that match. Storm and Gunner versus the Bromans. Aries and Manic versus Sabin, Hardy and Joe. Not the best Ultimate X match, but I really enjoy watching it just because Hardy and Joe are in it, and I don't understand why. I didn't watch the Impacts before these, but that's funny, and it's good booking, and it's kind of cool to see. Kurt Angle versus Bobby Roode. This is right after Kurt Angle turns down the Hall of Fame, and then, you know, that terrible angle. Magnus versus Sting. Sets up Magnus's title win after this. And then AJ Styles versus Bully Ray. AJ Styles' last TNA pay-per-view match. And one of his last, I think it's the second to last match on TNA ever. And he looks like the AJ Styles you see in WWE, his hair, his gimmick. He puts on a great match. He goes over Bully Ray. And I really liked this main event. I loved AJ Styles' theme song, and even Bully Ray's going into it, their theme song. So I liked it. 2013 was a good year for TNA. They only had 4 shows, but those 4 shows were good, so that's all that matters. But there you have it, guys. The very short stack of TNA 2013 DVDs. Be sure to look out for 14, 15, 16. Not 16, because I haven't released Bound for Glory yet, but I have more to come, and then all the one-night onlys too, so be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later, YouTube.